Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mentoring with Geraldine and the Bite Size Podcast. And we've got Christine from the Herbal Extract Company with us again today. Thank you so much for joining us, Christine.
Pleasure, thank you.
And we're going to talk about something a little bit different, because when we talk about manufacture, we talk about what we're making our herbs with. And we can make them with glycerol. And glycerol's vegan, and it's a way of making sure that we aren't having that level of alcohol coming through. And you guys do stuff with glycerol. So can you tell us about the glycerol that you use and that you have?
Yes, well, we don't actually manufacture any of our herbs in glycerol. We only make ethanol and water extracts.
Yeah.
However, we do have some compounds range.
Yep.
And there is some glycerol in that for the taste. So in our herbal head cold, our herbal liver support and herbal vitality.
Yep.
And because we had the glycerol in those, we had a lot of people asking us for glycerol. So we decided to start selling the glycerol as a companion product for taste. So, I mean, you could use them to manufacture, you could use it to manufacture your own herbs at home if you wanted to play around. But it's mostly as a companion product for our herbs that we make to help with the taste. Because as we know, compliance is probably one of the most difficult things we face.
Yeah.
So that's like, it just comes in a bottle like this.
Yep.
And you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's a very viscous liquid. Very thick,
clear.
Almost, yeah, and so clear.
Yeah.
And that's what it looks like. So so I did do a highlight on that recently. That would be on our website. So we recommend putting about 10 to 20 ml in a formula, in 100 ml formula.
Yeah.
And that is going to help with the taste.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason that
I've certainly done glycerol extraction at home using your glycerol, and it's come out very well. Yeah. So I've done a few herbs like that when I had the time. I haven't done any recently, but your glycerol's been around for a long time. So where do you source it from?
So it's from a sustainable source. So glycerol can be made, it's hydrolyzed from like animal fat or vegetable fats or synthesized. But ours is from plant source.
Excellent.
And it's from sustainable palm oil. So I'm sure a lot of your listeners will be familiar with the devastating effect of the palm oil industry and the orangutans and the forests. And so there's the World Wide Fund for Nature, WWF, have been working with, they introduced, it's called the Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil.
Right.
It's a non-profit organisation promoting the use of sustainable palm oil. So they've implemented lots of different ways, like just because of the increased demand for palm oil.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's a lot of standards that they have set about land use, working with governments, producing it, marketing it, protecting species affected by the palm oil growth. And so we source it from a company that that is working with the RSPO and the WWF.
Right. Well, that's really good news. I mean, it does really help with compliance. I mean, there's lots of difficulties with getting herbs into people, especially younger folk. So
great for children.
Getting herbs into those children can be a tough call. So, I mean, there's all sorts of ways we can get them in, and glycerol is a very quick and easy way of getting it in. And also it means that it has a very low glycemic index, doesn't it? So it's not like we're actually, if somebody's coming to us for, and we're giving them weight loss or their diabetes or something, we're not actually giving them something that's going to cause a problem there. Personally, I wouldn't use it in a diabetic because I'd want them really tasting those bitter herbs that I'd put in. But we can give it to the kids. And that is great, giving it to those children so that we can increase compliance. So we can turn our herbs and, put them with blackcurrant. We can put them with glycerol. We can put them with numerous things to sweeten them up for the kids and get the herbs in, because the herbs work so very, very well with children and in a very low dose as well. And glycerol is one of the great ways of sweetening it and increasing that compliance.
Yeah, and I think because it's metabolized at the fats and lipids metabolic pathway, not the carbohydrate pathway like sugar.
Yep.
So that makes it a low glycemic and suitable for diabetics, which is great.
Yeah.
But I just thought when you were saying about the kids, my kids just taught me the other day. They're 9 twins, and they were saying, this is how you get us to take it, because I was getting them to take some echinacea. And they went and got a big glass of water and just poured the dose into the big glass just so it was so diluted. They were like, that's how we're going to take it, because they wouldn't take it any other way. And I was like, well, okay, as long as it works. Whatever way to get it in. But that was just the diluting it with some water seems to help with my children.
Yeah, because they're it's interesting because some kids will just do it. My kids will just do it, and generally, children of herbalists will just get on and deal. But it's not necessarily quite so easy out in that community.
Exactly.
But what I find is that when children know if something's working for them, especially with your earache and those sorts of things, and you give them something, give them the herbs for earache, obviously having done all of the pre-things and looked in the ear and all the rest of it. But something like earache, that's, there's an obvious answer and they will feel the difference. And on that third herbal, second, third, they're going, yeah, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I know it's working.
Yeah.
So even though you've got something nasty in there like golden seal tasting absolutely vile, they're like, yeah, it's working. I can feel it working. I'm enjoying, I will take this medicine and I will get it down. So we don't necessarily always need the glycerol, but it's really good to have that on hand along with, those flavor enhancers like your licorice and all of those, but being able to sweeten it, especially when you're in such low doses like with children, being able to put a small amount of something in that bottle to sweeten it just really helps them take down that bit of medicine.
Yeah, the spoonful of sugar, even though it's not sugar.
That rather than the spoonful of sugar, the spoonful of glycerin. Yeah,
exactly. Write a new song.
So we've all got glycerol there that we can use to sweeten our extracts or to make herbs at home if we want to make our own extracts. So thank you, Christine. Have you got anything else you wanted to add? Is there anything we missed on that one?
No, I think just the fact that it makes it more palatable for your patients is the main takeaway with the glycerol.
It's vegan, it's palatable, it's environmentally as okay as it can be in the palm oil, and it's better than the other options that are available. So that's brilliant to know. Thank you very much, Christine. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.